Enemy of the State totally predicted the surveillance state. The movie came out in 1998, and it seems like that's what everyone's been saying ever since. Well, I'm here to tell you everyone's wrong. It didn't predict it, it programmed you to accept it. Type Enemy of the State predicted into Google, and you'll drown in hot takes. Satellite tracking? Check. Air tagging? Check. Imaging software? Double check. But what if the film wasn't a warning? What if it was actually the blue pill in the Matrix? The first dose of a drug that made us believe the surveillance state was inevitable. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Nick, your favorite psychic pop culture PhD student. A lot of you are probably here because of my Enemy of the State clip. Will Smith chased through a fancy DC hotel, Gene Hackman growling, "The NSA can read the time off your effing wristwatch." If you saw it in the theater, you'd probably left buzzing, thinking, man, I'm glad that spy tech isn't real. Unless you had a Dale Gribble type friend, or you are the Dale Gribble type friend. Anyway, fast forward to today. Your phone pings with an email for 50% off glasses right after you come home from the optometrist. You talk to a coworker about how you'd love to go to Bali, and then you can't escape Indonesian hotel deals on your social media. The film didn't just predict the future, it prepped your brain to shrug when the future finally arrived. It's a fascinating trick that I'm going to lay out for you now. Let's deal with the obvious first. Yes, the tech on screen looks eerily familiar. Facial recognition, GPS tracking, tiny bugs. It's easy to say, they called it. But here's the problem. Calling surveillance inevitable is the safest bet in history. Governments spy. Sometimes they even spy on their own people. The real trick isn't guessing what the technology will be. It's convincing citizens that the use of surveillance tech is no big deal, that spying on your citizens is a necessary evil. And that's where Hollywood's magic comes in. So how does the film pull this off? Note the emotional math the movie uses. It starts with a conspiracy, the death of an elected official, scary black vans and paranoia, then plunges you into nonstop adrenaline, foot chases, car flips, explosions. It basically turns a cautionary tale into a scary bedtime story with NSA villains. By the final reel, the bad apples are exposed, and the audience sighs in relief. The subconscious message is clear. Surveillance is freaky, but manageable in the right hands. Note that even the good guys use surveillance. Will Smith's character deploys it against criminals and the rogue NSA agents. So I guess that invasion of privacy is okay because the intention was good. And this isn't just Tony Scott trying to get friendly with intelligence. There's a long, cozy relationship between Hollywood, intelligence agencies, and the military. In exchange for helicopters, advisors, and a friendly nod from the Pentagon, scripts often get notes. And big surprise, those notes often suggest that oversight exists and the system is ultimately just. Still think it's a coincidence? Get this. DARPA engineers actually used the film's satellite tracking montages as a fictional proof of concept when pitching wide area surveillance tech to generals. A political thriller became a procurement pitch. The film wasn't just a reflection of anxieties, it was actively shaping the future of surveillance. Now, I can break down this military Hollywood pipeline specifically because I researched it for an essay in a new book called Subversive Sci-Fi Evolution, available on Kickstarter. The campaign ends October 31st, Halloween, and if this analysis is bending your brain, the book features over 20 essays breaking down how sci-fi films have shaped our world. Links in the description if you're interested. So here's where it gets even darker. The movie's true genius is in how it turns viewers into co-conspirators. Every time we cheer for the heroes, we're not rejecting surveillance outright. We're just rooting for better managed surveillance. Surveillance that puts the bad guys in prison, even if they were just on an admittedly sketchy vacation, or if they're in the privacy of their own homes we don't want invaded ourselves. It's a moral sleight of hand that cut a cultural pathway toward the modern surveillance state. We were prepped to accept the devil's bargain we make every time we log on to another platform that steals our data in exchange for the free use of their service. So now, ring cams on every porch, spying on the neighbors, TikTok mining your data. Each new intrusion lands with a collective shrug. What would have been unthinkable 20 years ago is normal today because we've rehearsed this scene since 1998. The film didn't originate the "if you've got nothing to hide" argument, but it did tell us that it would take the skills of a Brill to hide our information and very lives from the government. And even he was vulnerable to the technological might of the NSA. Conditioning complete. So, did the enemy of the state predict the surveillance state or prepare us for it? Prediction was the marketing, preparation was the product. Regina King's final question for the movie still haunts me.
Well, who's gonna monitor the monitors of the monitors?
I think she and Dale Gribble would get on just fine. For the full deep dive and discover what other films pulled the same trick before and after Enemy of the State, back Subversive Sci-Fi Evolution on Kickstarter by October 31st. Links below. Thanks for watching, and if this changed how you see the movies, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.